Welcome to the art show. Today I will show you how to make fidget spinners from scratch. Let's begin. You will need bearings. I have 3 kinds. This one's not so good. Let's start with this one. By using a thumbtack, I find the weak spot and just pop the bearing cap off. And on the other one, there's a lock mechanism that you can find with the thumbtack, and it can easily be removed. Same goes to the other side. I got these bearings from all skateboards, and they seem to work after a good cleaning, so let's do the good cleaning of them. By taking them apart, I'm able to see all the dirt and grease build up, which is really hard for them to spin correctly. Now for the rest of the cleaning. There's these little tabs holding up the bearings. You have to remove each and every tab. I had to use the same thumbtack and easily, well, not easily, but just being very carefully trying to get every single tab lifted up so I can release the bearing holder, and I put them all on one side and slowly just push them out, and everything comes out perfectly. I set the pieces to the side and I keep them all together so I don't lose them. And I continue with the other bearing, which is the easiest. It's just a plastic container for the bearings, and I use the same thumbtack to just pop it out, and it works really nice. Same procedure of putting all the bearings in one single place. I used a zipper bag and soaked them overnight with alcohol, rinsed them with soap and water, and dried them up. As you may see, there's still gunk on them, so I have to clean them very tedious to get rid of all that dirt and grease. Now to put them together, I use this towel, which helps elevate the bearings into the position that it needs to be at, and slowly I place them in there and I press down into the round bearings, and ta-da! It looks easy, but it took me a while to manage them into place. Now I separate them according to the space of the holders, and as you may see, you just pop them in with the plastic one and they roll. This other bearing takes a little bit longer to get it into place, especially with the little tabs. Same procedure for cleaning the bearings, and as you may see, this one seems a little bit clearer on how I put the ball bearings back. It's not that hard after you practice a million times. By using needle nose pliers, I straighten up the tabs so they can easily be put back into the bearing, like so. And I start flattening down the tabs into the bearings, but you have to make sure you do it the right way. If not, your bearing's gonna have trouble spinning. It's a little bit hard to flatten them back into place, so I'm using various types of tools. After putting them together, I make sure they spin nice and smooth. By having extra bearings, you can make sure your positions are correctly. I place my bearings as a flower position and mark 3 spinners, as you see. I skipped one and marked the other, and this gives me the definite shape of my spinner. I sanded off the edges where they're gonna touch so my hot glue can adhere better to them. I made the mistake of not leaving the other bearings in its place, but I started gluing them one by one, following the marks I made. Please be very careful using a hot glue. It can really burn you. Use adult supervision if you're a kid. This is how it looks, but then when I check, oops, I have to redo one side, and here we go. I only use a little dab of hot glue to position them, and here it is. Spinning it, it works nice. Spin, little spinner, spin, spin, spin. Enough spinning, and let's continue. So I use hot glue and used it all around my spinner. You don't have to worry at this point for making a nice gluing job. Just make sure to cover all around the spinner like that. See? Looks kinda sloppy, but now let's go into detail and making it look nice. I added another layer of hot glue all around, not worrying still about the sloppiness, and just keep adding and adding. By this point, start giving it a shape on the edges, start giving it a nice and smooth edge. By using the tip of the hot glue, I smoothed it out even more, which made it look even nicer. You can also see there's a sort of screw in the middle. I didn't have the cap, so I had to improvise. But it works great! Also, make sure to go check the other channel where I build a super phenomenal shuttle with these tiny nano Lego pieces. Click on the link. Go see. Thanks for your time. See you next time.